Well, welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center here in Madison. Game 2 of the day on the boys' side of the puck. The Neenah Co-op Rockets up against the University School of Milwaukee Wildcats. I'm Alec Osmus, joined alongside former Madison Memorial Spartan and former Badger Rob Adringa. Rob, you've played in this arena as well, and a big game here. And on the Neenah Rockets side of the puck, they gave up 30 goals in their first 15 games. Since then, 14 in their final 14. So things have started to calm down in net, led by Joe Mork there for the Rockets.
You know, Mork is an outstanding goaltender. But what I think they found their identity of who they want to be, which is methodically playing a defensive style that can block shots and do. But Mork, clearly in the back of the net, is the go-to guy. He cleans up everything. He's a garbage collector there. Meanwhile, on the offensive side, Dylan Fox, really impressed with him on Thursday. He's one of those guys that can be a game changer. They scored 7 goals last night. And again, this is a guy that University School's got to keep their eye on. Meanwhile, if you look at talking about University School, high octane type hockey team, they want to play downhill the entire time. Herzberg and Newton, high energy. This guy goes, sets up his teammates. Also a physical player, but he does have 27 goals. Herzberg on the other side, 35 goals. Again, so many different weapons, but these two guys clearly step above everyone else.
Now it's a 1 versus 3 matchup here, but now it's time for a quick break from your local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Moments away from starting lineups, puck drop, and all the festivities that go along with the boys' state hockey championship. But Rob, we've had a chance to watch these two teams play over the last few days. University School Milwaukee, they had a big win over Verona. Plenty of offensive power on that side. And the Rockets putting up 7 goals yesterday as well. We'll get back to that in a minute, but now let's send it down to PA announcer Tom Bennett.
Today's game is between the Neenah Co-op Rockets and the University School of Milwaukee Wildcats. First, for Neenah, number 2, Carter Kundinger. Number 5, Aaron Nussbaum. Number 7, Ethan Long. Number 9, Dylan Fox. Number 10, Cody Diaz. Number 13, Luke Elkin. Number 15, Owen Engel. Number 17, Eric Alberts. Number 18, Jordan Diaz. Number 19, Blade Cheney. Number 21, Tate Cortell. Number 22, Mason Marquardt. Number 23, Griffin Congdon. Number 25, Drew Sutton. Number 26, Eric Davidson. Number 27, Jack Hornick. Number 35, Jake Mork. Number 37, Alex Freund. Number 39, Miles Teskey. And number 44, Drew Schultz. Head coaches are Mike Elkin and Jeff Lindeman. Assistant coaches, Drew Cheney, Dan Zamos, and Bruce Grulo. And now for the Wildcats, number 2, Tommy Hayden. Number 6, Ryan Kennedy. Number 7, Michael Vogel. Number 8, Charlie Keogh. Number 9, Peter Els. Number 10, Ethan Ford. Number 11, Tyler Herzberg. Number 12, Ethan Mann. Number 13, Robbie Newton. Number 14, Sterling Cook. Number 15, Noah Egbale. Number 17, Reed Woods. Number 18, TJ Fenton. Number 19, Carson Mogush. Number 20, Kyler Ringgold. Number 21, Casey Repke. Number 22, Jacob Como. Number 25, Blake Carey. Number 26, Alvin Pokel. Number 29, Alex Thundercloud, excuse me. Number 30, Frank Fee. And number 32, Patrick Kelly. Head coach is Jason Woods. Assistant coaches Benjamin Jerkin, John Mitchell, Dave Mogush, Mike Ratkovich, Matt Roadhouse, and Justin Thundercloud. The referees for today's game, Dan Fitzsimmons from Middleton, Carl Olm from Madison, and linesman Mark Bray from Appleton. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
We are moments away from the start of game number 2 of this championship Saturday. The 3 seed Neenah Co-op Rockets entering their first ever trip to the state tournament. On the other side, you got the 1 seed, University School of Milwaukee, 26-2. Well, they're in their 12th trip to state, first time since 2016, and their program has 2 state titles, 2006 and the last one coming in 2010. But Rob, none of that necessarily matters here today. Completely different players. But as we were talking about earlier, offensive power on both sides, of the, offensively on both teams. We've seen plenty of goals scored this weekend for both squads.
I think what you're going to see here is you're going to want to see U School push the pace. They want to play a high octane. They want to play downhill. Meanwhile, for Neenah, they want to slow it down. I think at least in the initial 5-10 minutes, get their feet underneath them. This is the bigger stage than they're probably used to. Again, they methodically play the game of hockey. What does that mean? That means they're not systematic, but they just start from their goal line out. They really protect the house well. And if they can get chances out, maybe not, like I say, a Dylan Fox and get a 2-on-1 or some tight play, they'll take a 2-1 game. But this is, again, maybe a little bit offense for U School, maybe a little bit more defense early on from Neenah.
And the 2 teams meet at center ice, and we are underway. Both squads coming in on winning streaks. The Wildcats, they come in having won their last 10 straight. The Rockets on a 14-game winning streak. The winner of today takes home a state title. And they work the puck around the boards. Robbie Newton centers it there, and it's back out to center ice. Dylan Fox gathers it in the neutral zone. He dumps it in. Quick line change for both squads. The Rockets sub out too. Back at center ice. And here come the Wildcats trying to push it up the ice. TJ Fenton dumps it in. Sterling Cook gives it a chase there. The puck skips past Casey Refke, and the Wildcats will reset.
Casey Refke, you got a defenseman only commit to the University of Wisconsin already. Again, a smooth, playing defenseman, really well skilled, but yet really good at developing plays from his own end. He's not one of those guys that necessarily rushes the puck, but what he does do well is develop a play in his own zone with escapability, getting that puck next to the next layer, which would be either wing or center, then they're off.
You know, Remke came into the state tournament, 12 goals, 29 assists for 41 points. Definitely a playmaker on the ice for the Wildcats. And the Wildcats trying to gather the puck here and approach center ice, but the Rockets making things difficult, keeping it in the zone. That's Aaron Nussbaum. And here come the Rockets. Alex Freund puts a shot on net. Patrick Kelly there to glove it, and the Rockets setting the tone early.
Yeah. Well, one area you want to win is you want to win those battles inside the blue line and outside the blue line. So if you're U-School on the inside, you want to make sure that puck gets out. And if on the other side, you want to make sure if you're Neenah to get that puck deep in the zone so you don't create a turnover at that offensive blue line.
Luke Elkin there works the puck around and it approaches center ice, and here come the Wildcats. Robbie Newton,
good block.
Tries to get a shot off, and we might have an injury.
Yeah, Elkin. Again, great block. I saw Elkin block at least 10 shots in the quarterfinal win, and he went in hard to the boards after making that block.
Well, it's a bit of a...
I don't know if he might have lost his breath or what, but
seems to get up on his own power here.
Yep.
Take another look at the nice defensive effort from Luke Elkin.
He blocks that shot. Newton gives you the extra shot after that. He really couldn't stop his momentum. That's a big loss if Elkin can't come back, because he's really that rock back. Even though he was sophomore, again, one of those guys that really understands how to play that position from a defensive standpoint.
You know, the Neenah Rockets have two head coaches. One of them, Mike Elkin. That is his son, Luke Elkin. Mike Elkin in his 14th season. Jeff Lindeman, 12 seasons. So plenty of coaching experience leading this Neenah co-op team here into the state tournament. And out of the face-off, shot ripped on net. And that's gloved by who else? Jake Mork. Jake Mork allows less than 2 goals a game per season. Great average, great hockey player. Will be pretty tough for the Wildcats to get some past Mork here today.
I think we have a good goaltending matchup with Kelly and Mork. I think both are very similar in their styles. They're not tall goalies by any stretch. They're not 6'3", but they cover the ice, they cover the net well, and also good rebounds, meaning they control them. They don't just flop them out.
Tyler Hertzberg sends it up to the point. Back over to Ethan Ford. Chase behind the cage. It's Robbie Newton. 25 goals, 46 assists heading into today's game.
And Newton can scoot. He's one of those guys that, again, has that ability to move up and down the ice. Also plays with his hands at that speed as well. Not just his feet move fast, his hands and also decision-making are right there in lockstep.
There's some Marquardt. Tries to send the puck into the zone, and they're off. The Rockets are off for a change, but here come the Wildcats. There's a shot ripped on net. Nice rebound, corralled by the Wildcats, but they have to reset. Tyler Hertzberg, the one that ripped the shot on net there. Puck comes back down inside the Rockets zone. Here's another look at that last one there. Tyler Hertzberg brings it inside the zone, Rob, and here's another top goal scorer in the game today for the Wildcats.
Yeah, goal scorers have the ability to really shoot from anywhere. And I think good goal scorers, what you need to do is, again, get in a rhythm. So taking a shot like that, yeah, the chances to score are slim, but getting that shooting rhythm already early.
The puck in the far zone. The Rockets chip one in. Knocked down by Patrick Kelly, another top goal scorer here in the state tournament. 13-1, a record averaging just over 1.2 goals against average per game. Pretty impressive goaltending numbers, as Rob already touched on. Impressive goaltending play in this one, and that makes sense why these two teams are in the state championship game. About 13.5 remaining in the first period. Things still, both teams still nestling into the state championship game. The tempo is set pretty high right now. Both teams getting a couple shots on net when they can.
As I've talked about, again, there's nerves, no doubt, with everyone. Now it's just a matter of going to play that game again. And remember, this game is still hockey.
There's a chip shot in there. Cody Diaz tries to knock it down. It's corralled by the Wildcats. Sent back out to center ice. Peter Ells dumps it in, and he's off for a change. Giving chase, Sterling Cook for the Wildcats, but it's corralled by the Rockets. Exchanged again at center ice. Fox brings the puck in for the Rockets. Sent back around to Reed Woods for the Wildcats.
This is where Neenah's going to have to be really good as this forecheck. And what I mean by that is U School is so good at transitioning that they got to be able to not only make that play inside the zone, but if they have a second guy then follow up and either grab the puck and make something happen. But U School is so good at transitioning from defense to offense. Now, one of the keys of this game, I feel, is going to be how good can Neenah forecheck a really good D-core in U School.
Well, the Rockets maintain possession in the zone. Dylan Fox turns and fires. Puck off the back wall, knocked into Kelly's pads, and he falls on it.
Something to note, I've been watching ever since Elkin went to the bench. He is not back, and I saw him put a bag of ice, it looks like on his knee. And again, that would be a big loss. Even though a sophomore, again, one of those defensive stalwarts that logs a lot of minutes, really plays his position well.
Owen Engel tries to corral the puck for the Rockets, but intercepted by the Wildcats. Pushed inside his Rockets zone. Puck worked around the backboards. Owen Engel gives chase, but intercepted by Hertzberg. Hertzberg has it deflected out, and here come the Rockets. Dylan Fox on the far end. Corrals the puck, centers it, nobody's home. Pressed up against the boards. Physical tempo is being set early on here in the first period. That's center ice. Peter L skates in. And some guys to work around, and he gets pinned up against the boards. Cody Diaz across center ice, dumps it in, and gets chase. Peter McGush able to corral it for the Wildcats. Back around the boards. It's Ethan Ford back to center ice.
In the quarterfinal game, this line right here for U School with Mogush, Els, and Cook. Okay, they were excellent at just being able to do little things against really quality lines on the opposing team.
Now we have a penalty, but it's 0-0 right now, just under 11 minutes. Now a message from your statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center. Boys State Hockey Championship, University School of Milwaukee, Neenah Co-op Rockets. We have the game's first power play. The Rockets will be on the power play. They're about 25%, Rob, on the season success rate on the power play.
And they got to make do on their power plays when they get the chance. Special teams always play a factor in big games. You can win that battle, you're going to have a great chance of winning.
There's the speedster. Robbie Newton sends it in front. Blake Carey can't quite get a hold of it. He's getting tripped up on the far end. He's still down on the ice.
He got stepped on.
It's Blake Carey slow to get up. We'll take another look at this.
He got stepped on as they battled in front. As he falls down, the skates is going to go. I thought it was on the arm. So if you look at it, I think that was Cheney's leg. And I don't know if we're going to get a look at it or not, but maybe his leg got caught. Yeah.
And Blake Carey remains on the ice. Robbie Newton, the speedster who quickly around the net, centered the puck, trying to find Carey.
Let's hope it's nothing serious, but got engaged, then fell down. And Cheney was, I think, trying to get loose, and he stepped. I thought I saw his skate go down on either the arm or maybe midsection. Also could have twisted maybe a knee or an ankle as he did fall down. It didn't look like it was a clean fall.
Well, Blake Carey, an athlete that these Wildcats would like to have on the ice. Believe it or not, he's a highly sought-after D1 baseball recruit as a catcher. Has not signed with anybody yet, but here in his final season of hockey, man, this is an athlete that the Wildcats need on the ice here today. Take another look at this as Blake Carey still slow to get up.
Yeah, this is, again, anytime you have multiple sport athletes on your team, again, I think it's a huge advantage to have players that are capable of, playing. You just learn so much from different sports. And again, being a baseball player, maybe it's not as intense as hockey, but yet maybe that's a calming force out there for his line mates.
Well, if he's a catcher in baseball, he's a tough kid. He's able to skate off the ice, appears to be injured, but able to skate off the ice on his own power. So carry comes off. And there's a $1:28 now remaining on the Rockets power play as we resume play. 10:16 to go in the first period. This game's still scoreless. And the faceoff will be won by the Wildcats. Tyler Hertzberg clears it. Ethan Mann gives chase. Dives in front of the net, able to sling it on net, deflected wide. All kinds of athletes on the ice here today.
Ethan Mann, another UW commit. And one of those guys is a real heady player. You might not see him, high energy, but yet he's one of those players that thinks the game extremely well and sees the ice because he sees it in a different vision than others.
Puck tied up in the corner. Carter Cunninger.
Right there, good position by Mann. He took away that passing lane.
Ethan Mann, 57 points on the season. The top point scorer for this Wildcats team. Behind the net, Owen Engel sends up to Dylan Fox. Here's a goal scorer. Dylan Fox, nice move on net. Still has the puck.
Nice.
Sends back to Engel. He sends it in. Patrick Kelly able to glove it, and there's a bit of a chippy scrum in front of the far net.
This is what Dylan Fox does so well, is he brings people to him. And what he does here is great. Puts on the brakes, realizes that I ran out of real estate, so he finds his defenseman, throws it back to Owen Engel. But again, because so many people are worried about what number 9 does, that should give a space or somebody open. In this case, nice job by Engel to read that, get over that line, and get inside the offensive zone quickly.
Fox pressed up against the boards, going after the puck behind the net. And it's back out to center ice. Nate Cheney sends the puck to the neutral zone. And here comes Fox again. Like you said, Rob, a lot of eyes going to Fox. He's got the puck inside the zone. He quickly gets closed in on. And we got an open man up the ice for the Wildcats. Nice shot on net. Robbie Newton, probably the fastest guy on the ice.
One of the better scorers, too. That hit a official. That's why that puck was bouncing around out there. Good break for U-School.
Jake Como settles it down in the neutral zone, dumps it in. Mason McGush throws it on net, bounces off the side of the cage and off the sidewall. And here comes an opportunity for the Wildcats to flex up and off the glass. Reed Woods. Wow, this tempo is certainly being set. We're tied at 0. Now a message from your statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Well, welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center. Things tied up at 0 inside 8 minutes. And here's that last attempt there. Reed Woods, Rob, skates in and just sails that one wide.
Yeah, he had his head up and he wanted to go upstairs. I think blocker side, just where the stick side is, but a little too high on that one.
And the puck bounces back out to the neutral zone. Sent across, Reed Woods again. We get a stick on it, centering pass, deflects out. Repke sends it back in. There's Repke again, bumps into his own man, but hangs on to it. Blake Carey sends it in. He's back on the ice.
Good to see him back.
Como sends it in, but pass deflected. Out to center ice. Here come the Rockets. Eric Alberts pinned up on the boards, and we're back to center ice. Comes Ethan Long. Nice defensive effort there by Repke. Corralled by the Wildcats, and here comes Herzberg with a shot. He buries it. Who else? Tyler Herzberg. Nice pass. Calms down the puck, gets a nice clean shot, and Herzberg scores the first goal of the game.
One of the things you have to do as a player who's tired is you have to hustle to the bench and make sure that that puck goes deep into the offensive zone before you start to make that change. Neenah got caught on a bad line change. That allows Herzberg to be all alone on that far side. They quickly get the puck to him, and what he does best, get closer to the net, far side goal while he's in stride. Bad change though by Neenah. That's what made the whole play.
36th goal of the season for Herzberg. And just like that, inside 7 minutes now, Wildcats play with a 1-goal lead with the puck quickly back in the Rockets' end.
You don't want to give good goal scorers that many opportunities in tight. Herzberg is just that good.
Well, the 2019 WIA Boys Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all of your home improvement needs.
That's a tough angle. Again, there's not much to shoot at. But again, that's what, as a goaltender, you want to make goal scorers be perfect. That time Herzberg was perfect.
And because of it, there's a 1-goal advantage here for the Wildcats. Just over 6 minutes to go in this opening frame. Puck sent across, and there's Herzberg again. Followed by Alex Thundercloud, back over to Herzberg.
Big fan of this decor of U School. Thundercloud, and some of these are like Como, they don't get enough play because Repke gets made a lot of the attention. But Thundercloud and Como, guys that know how to play their position extremely well. They can move the puck as well as move their feet. Very, very solid decor.
Yeah, Alex Thundercloud, a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, what makes Thundercloud good, not only can he move the puck, he's feisty. He gets a little jam to his game. That means he'll knock you down in the corner. He'll also give you a little jab here and there in front of the net. Not that tall, but he'll take on much taller players.
Thundercloud listed at 5'10", 190, the junior defenseman. And back off the boards, and this Wildcats team, they continue to press the offensive zone. Another shot on net, just wide. Sterling Cook there with a good look at it. Cody Diaz trails the puck for the Rockets. Diaz now with the puck, dumps it in off the boards. And here comes the Wildcats again. Jacob Como, but intercepted by the Rockets. Back in favor of the Wildcats. Dumped in by University School of Milwaukee. And they'll have a line change. And for the Rockets, Owen Engel gives chase to the puck, works it back around the boards, back over there to Aaron Nussbaum. And there's a scrum in front of the net. The puck bounces around Wildcats. Woo! Knocking on the door once again, but Jake Mork able to fall on it. And the Rockets may have just dodged a bullet.
When U School is on their game, what they do well is forecheck aggressively, not just one, but two guys, and maybe even a third. They created some havoc behind the net. What happens to that? The puck somehow bounces out front, up in the air, down, here, there. Give credit to Mork for able just to put his legs together. Otherwise, that might have trickled in.
Well, the puck stays inside the Rocket zone. The Wildcats work it behind the net. Back out on the boards, Reed Woods. Chased by Peter Els, worked around the near side. There's Els again.
Good to see Elkin back there for Neenah. Such a solid player as I talked about.
Nussbaum over to Alberts. Shot deflects off the back wall. Corralled by Woods. Woods sends over to Ford. Ford dumps it in. And that will be a stoppage of play. 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Now a message from your statewide sponsor. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the opening frame. Alec Usm is joined alongside Rob Adringa. We'll hear from Scott Emmerich during the intermission alongside her, as well as Colin Talbert ringside. Exciting hockey here. University School of Milwaukee up by a goal. That was scored by Tyler Herzberg.
Again, I thought coming to this game again, you wanted to see how Neenah could counter what is good at USCO, which is their offensive flair, their ability to transition. And again, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get behind 2 goals, even though it's a lead that's tough. You know, this is too good of a team to try to play catch up against.
Herzberg skates in, plays it off the wall, works it back behind the net. Corralled by Mann, back out in front. You got Herzberg slicing to the net. Newton able to throw a shot on net.
Newton always seems to be around that net. He's everywhere. That's when you got a gift of speed. I tell you, that helps play this game. But he's a tenacious player. He just keeps going. Whether it's in the corner or the neutral zone, he just keeps going.
Just over 3 minutes to go in this opening frame. The Wildcats knocking on the door once again. TJ Fenton flings it off the sidewall here. Sterling Cook.
That got upstairs. He did a penalty on Thundercloud.
You are exactly right, Rob.
Yeah, Thundercloud plays with an edge, and here's what's going to get him as he follows through with that elbow and stick up there in the chops. That's an easy one to call. Anytime you hit a guy and then you steep following through with that elbow or stick, you're going to get called. But I like his game, Alex Thundercloud. Like I say, plays with an edge. Good, very mobile defenseman. Also understands that your job as a defenseman is move that puck quickly. If you got some space, yeah, use it. But if you got guys in front of you with space, pass that puck and move along.
Well, the Rockets back on the power play, their second attempt. And it's quickly picked up by the Wildcats.
Penalty.
Blade Cheney looks to be the culprit for the Rockets.
I thought he had good posture. Again, it's going to be a holding call. Just held on to the player, Newton, just a little too long. Again, I thought he got him right there, but because he got a step behind, his elbow was still there and knocked down Newton. I think that's what gets the gate. Yeah. One of those things as a defenseman or a player playing defense, you got to keep your feet moving. You can't glide.
Well, 2.5 to go in this opening frame. We will have 4-on-4 hockey. Newton with the puck at center ice. He dumps it in, and he's the first one to the puck after he dumps it in. Collision at the board. Newton still giving chase.
I don't think his motor ever runs out of gas. I know he's got to take breaks here and there, but he never looks tired.
Here comes Elkin. Elkin centers it. Deflects it off into the corner. Back to center ice, Herzberg. Dump back in. There's another icing. Stoppage of play. $1:50 left here in the first period.
Neenah, they're going to have to find and figure out how to break the puck out. They can't just rely on dumping the puck out and chasing. Yeah, that might work once in a while, but you have to find ways to create some passing lanes so that you can clean up your own zone and break out. But if you're going to rely on just dumping the puck and throwing it out, I tell you, the defensemen are too good for U School. They'll eat that up all night.
Oh, man, tried to center to Herzberg. No success. Herzberg gives chase there, but sent the other end, and that will be icing.
I thought that might have been a 50-50 puck and might have been waved off.
Watch live streaming coverage of the WIAA girls and boys basketball and hockey tournaments, along with stories about the teams, players, scores, and more from across the state. The Magic of March app is sponsored by Delta Dental of Wisconsin and is available free at the App Store. Download now to get into the action. 90 seconds remain here in the opening period. 4-on-4 hockey. Here come the Rockets. Carter Cuttinger pressed up against the wall, but dumps it in. As Cody Diaz, actually, that was pressed up against the wall. And the puck back in possession of the Wildcats, but quick turnover there for Ethan Long. Gets his shot on net, just sails wide.
He's going short side high. It looked like it went in, right, from our vantage
I thought
point.
that was in. I thought Ethan Long just tied this hockey game. Nice pass across the zone. Carter Cunninger turns it over, though, and here come the Wildcats. Robbie Newton gets a shot on net. Beautiful glove save. And just about a couple of goals scored here on the other end. Ethan Long goes, as you mentioned, Rob, tries to go top shelf and then quickly back the other direction. The Wildcats almost taking a 2-goal lead.
Now the key here was that active stick by the defenseman. That's what, as soon as you see that player with his head down, motioning like he's going to shoot as a defenseman, you want to make sure you get your stick as close as you can to that puck or stick and try to deflect it in some way, shape, or form.
A nice save by Jake Mork. And the puck stays, and Jake Mork right on cue.
Yeah, he thought he lost it. I think he was falling backwards because he was hopeful that it didn't go underneath his legs or underneath his arm.
Another nice look, though, offensively for the Wildcats.
Hey, face-offs matter. There's so many in the game of hockey, you kind of get lulled to sleep, but you have to know exactly what you're doing. In case if you win, lose, draw, figure out how to get that puck on your side quickly.
Mork smothers it. It's still a 1-goal game.
Full strength.
We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 30 seconds remain in the first period. The Wildcats looking to make maybe one more charge here before the period is over. They dump it in. Hertzberg gives chase. McGush tied up against the wall with Hertzberg. Puck still tied up in the corner, but back up top to Newton. Excuse me, that's Mann. There's a turnover back the other direction. The Rockets unable to do anything with it, and it will be 1-0 here after 17 minutes. University School Milwaukee with that 1-goal lead. Now a message, though, from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center. 1-0 Wildcats after the first period. Colin Talbert standing by with Neenah's head coach, Mike Elkin.
Thank Al, Coach. Down 1-0. Any big adjustments to make, or just stick to your guys' game plan?
You know, we've stuck to our game plan all year. We are what we are, and that's sort of what you saw in the first period. And you know, we had maybe a bad line change. They're skilled on the back end, so they took advantage of us. And you know, you can't let Hertzberg come in like that and get a great shot. And you know, but our kids are competing. They're playing hard, and that's what we just we got to continue to do that. It's a 1-0 game. There's a lot of game left.
Yeah, still plenty of time to go. You just mentioned, what is the message of the guys going in the locker room here?
You know, the message is stick with it. Stick with it. And this game is just like any other game. I know it's in a different venue and it means something. You get something at the end to take home, all that stuff. But the reality is this is the game these kids have played since they've been mites. And, you know, we got 10, 12 seniors on this team. And nothing should change. Just go compete, and we surrender the outcome no matter what happens. If we know that we've given our best effort, we can walk off this ice happy. And obviously, you know, we want to walk off with the gold one, but you know, that's our goal. That's everybody's goal. That's our mission, and we'll see what happens these next two periods.
Back at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison, where University School Milwaukee leads Neenah Co-op 1-0 after one period. Joining me right now, WIAA State Hockey Tournament Director Tom Shafransky. The reason why we're all here today.
Thanks,
Tom,
Scott.
what a tournament here. Tell me about that girls game, double overtime. What a thriller.
I'm telling you, I can't give enough credit to the Hudson girls, first of all, for the effort that they put in. All the overtimes that they played yesterday, and then to come back and double overtime and really put everything that they had out on the ice. And then Maddie Jablonski coming through with a huge shot to win that for the Xavier Co-op. What a great performance, and just fantastic girls hockey for everyone.
Worthy of a celebration. And speaking of celebrations, we got a big one next year. 50 years of state tournament hockey. What kind of special features you got in the works?
Well, it's a milestone for us, and you know, it's something that I think we want to really take a look at the history of everything that's going on. So we have been putting together a lot of past key points as far as high school hockey goes in Wisconsin. We're going to be able to display that a little bit around the Line Energy Center here in the Coliseum. We're also going to get some information out as far as the media is concerned and all that. A really super video to put together and just display how high school hockey has progressed over 50 years. And you know what? Your idea of a cake isn't a bad one either. We'll find a way to fit in a birthday cake.
Yeah, we got to get a birthday cake here for sure. And one of the big changes next year is you're going to 2 divisions on the boys' side. How will that work?
That'll be, part of the 50th birthday will be a new format, and we're going to look at taking the semifinal games that we currently have and basically taking them out throughout the state and having those in some of our local rinks, and then here it'll be all semifinals that'll take place. One semifinal, or I should say 2 games for Division II on Thursday, 2 for the other boys division on Friday, and then girls on Friday evening, and then 3 championship games on Saturday. So we're really looking forward to being able to provide some very high-level, exciting hockey.
A longer day, but more trophies to hand out, more celebrations next year Saturday. I can't wait. Tom, great to visit.
Can't wait to do it with you, Scott.
Can't wait, and great to visit with you as always, and we'll see you again down the road. I know at the boys tournament, basketball tournament, to talk a little bit more about boys hockey here in Wisconsin. Thanks a lot, Tom. I appreciate it. All right, more boys state championship hockey coming your way. Now a word from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
Championship Saturday, game number 2. 17 minutes in the books. And we got a 1-goal lead. Alec Osmus here, joined alongside Rob Adringa. And Rob, Tyler Herzberg for the Wildcats. Make this thing a 1-goal game.
And he's the story of the game right now. I mean, there were a lot of other chances. I thought Robbie Newton had a strong first period, but it was the ability of U School's defense to read and react to a bad line change, get that puck going right away upstream, and next thing you know, Herzberg takes over, and it's a 1-0 hockey game. This is the key, though, is being able to read and react. U School got it up, and Herzberg does what he does best. And I tell you, there's not much angle there to shoot at. But again, what I liked is that he leaned on his stick, and he was gunning for that far side. Perfect shot by number 11.
His 36th goal of the season, 1-0. And that is where we currently stand. But alongside the scores there, here's a look at how things also played out. Shots on goal in favor of the Wildcats. And Rob, it really looked like the Wildcats kind of set that tempo early in the first period.
Again, they want to set the tempo. They want to say the pace. Neenah can't skate with them. There's no doubt about it. So what Neenah's going to have to do is figure out a way to be creative and maybe catch them on some opportunities. But they can't just throw the puck out of the zone. The defensemen are too good for U School. They're going to eat that up and create another turnover. So again, find a way to be creative in your own zone. Maybe some reversals behind there and change the look. But they got to be better outside their own zone, does Neenah.
Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play in the first period. The period number 2 underway, and here we go. Puck works behind the cage in the Rockets zone. Wildcats already sending the puck in on net. Ethan Mann pressed up against the wall. There's Robbie Newton back out to center ice. We got our first whistle.
Played with a high stick, so that faceoff's going to come all the way back into the Neenah zone.
Let's get another look at that. Dylan Fox getting a little careless with his stick.
Yeah.
That's an easy one, Rob.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes you just lose track of it. All you got to do is put your arm up, grab it, put it down, but it was easy with that stick. Good hand-eye coordination, though, by Dylan Fox.
And sent to the other end for a quick icing.
Again, face-offs, we talk about them. Everyone has a role, and usually what happens on a face-off, center, especially on both offense and defense, they will set the tone of what they want. Usually on the defensive side, you either call strong or weak. That's where you're going to pull the back. And then everyone knows what their responsibility is. And usually the center of the offense, you're just trying to do one thing. Get the puck back to either the winger off the wall or the defenseman behind you.
And the puck works around off the boards inside the Rocket zone. Sent to the far end. Jacob Como sends it off the wall. Corralled by Repke, rather. Puck bounces out in front of the net and sent back to center ice. In the air. Sterling Cook skates in, but it's intercepted. And it's sent up the ice. That's Ethan Long. Maybe gets a shot at it. No, poked away. Good defensive effort there.
As Ethan Ford, yeah, good stick, active stick, as we like to talk about. It's a bad line change, and that's what kind of started again. That allowed for the Rockets to get up. That was Ethan Long. You're going to love that active stick. As a defenseman, you have to not only know position, but you got to have a good stick.
The puck's sent back in and quickly corralled by the Wildcats up off the glass. Ethan Ford giving chase is Blake Terry, but comes up empty-handed. Well, the 2019 WIAA tournament brought to you by the Jones family, making breakfast, sausage, bacon, ham, and more right here in Wisconsin since 1889. Visit jonesdairyfarm.com.
I'm a big fan of those.
They're delicious.
They are
Absolutely delicious.
I could use a couple right now, matter of fact.
I was just going to say, can we get some up to the press box, please?
Yep. Call the Jones family right now.
Now Thundercloud drives it in to the Rocket zone, but knocked down to the ice. Shot on net and quickly covered up by Jake Mork.
Good cover up because there was bodies starting to converge on Mork. But it was Blake Carey picked up this puck as Thundercloud fell down, and he just threw it on net. But you had bodies in front, and if you're a forward and you see bodies in front, maybe taking away the eyes of the goaltender, yeah, throw it out there and see what happens.
You know, Robert, when you played as a defenseman, would you yell at the goalie to cover up? Was that a common practice?
No, your job as a defenseman in that scenario is make sure nobody on the other team has the ability to get their stick on the puck. That's number one. The goaltender will find the puck. You just find people around you that have a different colored jersey and make sure you go stick on stick, and they can't take a whack at it.
And Robbie Newton skates in, skating circles, tries to center to Herzberg. Deflects out off the board and inside. Ethan Mann pressed up against the wall. Puck near his skates. Wildcats work it around into the corner. Trying to hold on to the zone, and that one finds a neutral zone, and here comes Herzberg again. Herzberg, nice move with the puck. Unable to get a shot off initially, but wraps around, and Tyler Herzberg scores his second goal of the game, and the Wildcats have a 2-goal lead.
That is all Herzberg. Little skill, but also a little determination. Watch this one. Whoop! Right underneath the stick, and then he realized that he ran out of real estate. But once he realized he ran out of real estate, then he was determined to get to the other side of that net for the wraparound. Right there, 3 or 4 guys. That's where you see number 25 coming in. That's Drew Sutton. He's got to get a little bit harder and faster. He's got to get a stick there, no doubt about it. Anticipation. Don't just glide. Anticipate what other team or what other players are doing.
On the 3:13 mark.
Big goal.
Herzberg. Big goal is right. Number 37 on the season.
3:13. Herzberg.
The Wildcats play with a 2-goal lead.
3:13. We are also recording a penalty to Neenah's number 22.
Puck at center ice.
Mason Marquardt to minister.
Nice play there. Good escapability by Ethan Ford.
Well, up the ice quickly again for the Wildcats. That's Sterling Cook with a quick shot on net. Mork sends it wide. Back to center ice, Cody Diaz. Quickly pickpocketed, and here comes Cook again. Played off the end boards by Mork, but Cook quickly corrals it, tries to center it. Cameron Mogish. Carson.
Yeah. He's a good player. People might say, hey, he doesn't skate all that well, but I tell you, he's a smart player. He finds all those little crooks and crannies to get open. That's what you want in a centerman, a guy that can play both sides of the ice, left and right, as well as in the middle.
Thundercloud back to center ice, but the Rockets intercept, and they start to take some shots on net.
Let's get a little lopsided on shots. 12-5 right now for U School.
finds the shoulder blade. That might have went into the pads of Ethan Long. But let's take another look at that goal number 2 from Herzberg. Nice wraparound. Throws it in off Mork. Rob, that's borderline textbook play right there by Herzberg.
I just love the thought process. Again, once he realized he couldn't get to the middle of the net through the area he was coming from, he realized around the net. This was determined. Goal scoring is about having some skill, maybe an opportunity, but also being determined to find that area to shoot, maybe to drive the net.
Carey sends it in for the Wildcats, keeping it inside the Rocket zone. Charlie Keogh plays it back in off the boards. Tied up on the far wall. Back out to the middle of the rink, center ice inside the neutral zone. The Rockets will dump, and it is gloved by Patrick Kelly. And we've got ourselves a 2-goal game here for the Wildcats. But you are watching a message here from the statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. And we just about had a 2-1 game.
That was a rocket.
That was a rocket by the Neenah Co-op. Sails wide, and the Wildcats hang on to that 2-goal lead, and they're an opportunity that sails up and over the net.
What a tough line to play against Mann, Herzberg, and Newton.
Centering pass, skips out. Thundercloud across to Ford. Ford to Herzberg, and Ford takes it in the corner. Tries to center, dishes back out, and it's picked off by the Rockets. Sent inside. Sutton gives chase. Centers it, but comes up empty-handed. There's a quick pick-off by Ethan Mann in the center ice. Sent back inside off the boards. Now Peter Ellis. Cross to Herzberg. And there's Mann. Dumps it in, and they're off for a line switch. The Rockets trying to get it up past center ice, and here they come. Cody Diaz trying to create a shot. Nice rip there. Eric Alberts.
Got to put on net, though.
Just wide. Alberts again, a little turned around.
Because U-School possesses the puck so much, they don't give up much in any zone. Again, I don't know how much the goaltender gets tested quite a bit. That's why you got to put those pucks on net.
And here comes Repke.
Nice stick there by Blake.
Cook works up, tries to work up to Els, but gets pickpocketed. Here come the Rockets. Diaz dumps it in off the corner. Sent to the far end, and that's a stoppage of play. Inside 10 minutes here remaining in the second period. Wildcats holding on to that 2-goal lead.
I think if you're Neenah head coaches, you got to be happy with what you saw the last probably 2-3 minutes. They were able to, again, get some O-zone opportunities and maybe even some O-zone time. But really, maybe 1 or 2 shots, and that's about it. But you got to get it on net. You can't miss the net.
Reed Woods with a nice block there at the far point, but the Rockets able to maintain. They just can't quite get their stick on a puck to get a clean shot off. Credit to the defensive side for the Wildcats. Carter Cunninger fans on one. Back inside, the puck bounces off the side of the net. There's a stoppage. Well, the 2019 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance Company. Premiums paid here, stay here to keep Wisconsin strong. A proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award for over 50 years.
Been great pace to this game. And again, the pace is going to be in the favor of U-School if they keep it this way. But I think right now, too, I think Neenah's feeling a little bit better about getting some more chances with that pace.
Herzberg dumps it in. As Rob, as you already mentioned, that's that lethal line for the Wildcats. Mann, Herzberg, and Newton, they are on the ice again. Trying to create some problems, maybe get something going offensively. The puck dumped inside. Mann and Herzberg give chase.
Okay, the hard thing about trying to, they got the #1 line for Neenah versus the #1 line for U School. One of the things about that.
And rips a shot on net. Brought back around by Newton. Back over to Herzberg. Sent inside off the chest of Mork. Flex wide, centering pass, Herzberg. He's already proven he can be lethal, skating behind the net. And that puck deflects out of play. Well, we are under 8 minutes to go here in the second period. But now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center here in Madison. Championship Saturday for boys and girls state hockey. In the boys matchup, 2-0 right now, University School of Milwaukee. They lead with 7:40 to go in the second period. Puck at center ice, worked inside by the Rockets, trying to get a shot off there. Cody Diaz. It's off a skate and deflects off the near side boards. Back to center ice. Wildcats, possibly with numbers. Mogus centers. Nobody's home, but Charlie Keogh. Keogh again, back up top to Ethan Ford. Ford gives it a drive.
Keogh gets some play time. He hasn't played much this tournament. Big body, though.
And scrum in front of the net. The Wildcats bang away at it, but it skips out to the Rockets. Back out to Diaz, and he sends it into the zone. Along with it behind the net. Centering pass, Diaz unable to... Oh, off the pipe! Alex Freund trying to cut that 2-goal deficit in half, but that one skips off the pipe. A nice look on the offensive zone for the Rockets. Centering pass, nice look for the Wildcats. Bally with the shot there. Oh, good defensive effort by Diaz. Here comes Cody Diaz. One man to beat.
Nice job by Como.
Good defense, as you mentioned, by Como, and that puck deflects out of play. Several scoring opportunities in the last 90 seconds, Rob.
Yeah, this one was one that I think would have really bolstered not only the bench, but the fans from Neenah. And then you go the other way. In tight, Egbali. Good pad save by Mork. Like you mentioned, I love that play by Como. And he's not big, but what he did well was he realized that the player put his head down and he immediately went left and quickly closed that gap down. Good young defensive. If you ever want to be good at one-on-ones, watch when that player's head goes down and quickly move left or right to really attack him. And that's what disrupted. Otherwise, I mean, there was a break from really the red line all the way in that you look like, oh, this could be a scoring chance, and
Repke takes it in, tries to throw it in on net, but the puck is deflected. The Rockets try to salvage it, and it's intercepted by the Wildcats once again in the neutral zone. Dumped in by Repke, and he's off for a change.
Whoop.
Carter Cunninger. Brief stoppage of play. 5:39 remaining here in period number 2. University School of Milwaukee.
That's a break for U School in that. It was Cunninger who had that puck, and he was just trying to get it out of zone. He put it in, well, yeah, he's still inside his own zone. He shot it into U School bench. Face off again, inside. Other opportunities, you know, off those draws.
Thundercloud sends it around off the boards. Over to Ethan Mann. Herzberg already has 2 goals in the game, but that one turns over.
Good aggressive play
Once
there
again, exactly. Good defense by the Wildcats. Thundercloud up off the boards, finds Newton. Newton deflects it in. And Herzberg able to find the puck, centering past a man.
3 for a nickel.
Stuffed by Mork. Oh, and just like that, the Wildcats were knocking on the door for a 3-goal lead. Wow, Jake Mork holds his ground, gets his pads on it.
Yeah, that's just great goaltending. And right here, that's going to be a penalty, though, coming up on Neenah. That's going to go to Marquardt. He got tied up right there, you see, with Mann. Again, I didn't see much there. They got tangled up before that and then just rolled around. I got to disagree with that call. I know it started in front of the net. It just kind of went. They fell down.
Well, at the 4:56 remaining here in the second period, the Wildcats will head back onto the power play. They're roughly 34% on the power play heading into today's game.
Inner slash is going to come up here now for U School. I didn't quite see it, but I saw Carl, was it Carl Ohm? Nope, I think it was Fitzsimmons who made the call.
Wade Cheney.
Mogush is going to get it. Right off the draw, too.
Well, and just like that, 4 seconds into the power play, we are now going to 4-on-4. Should open up the ice a little bit.
Probably favors. Whoop.
And this could be a quick opportunity. Diaz tries to sneak it past, unable to. Patrick Kelly holds his ground.
In tight. This is where you got to make some hay if you're Neenah. Can they win the draw? Everyone for U School goes offense, and yet they don't have the puck. Then it's a mad scramble, and give Dan Fitzsimmons credit. He does a good job. He gets close. Again, because the puck's on the other side, he thinks it's frozen right there. That's why he blew it. Anytime you lose sight of the puck like that. But he was in tight. That's what you want, is officially engage.
Diaz and Long in front of the cage for the Rockets, trying to bang away at that one. Once again, they come up empty-handed. Puck back to neutral ice. Corralled by the Wildcats. Repke skates through the neutral zone. Finds Herzberg. Herzberg dumps it in. Repke gives chase behind the net.
Definitely 4-on-4 favors U School. Not only do they have the forwards, but they have defensemen that can jump up in the play and be a third forward.
Well, this top line for the Wildcats, Herzberg, Mann, and Newton. Right now there's a nice shot by Mann, gloved by Mork. And we're inside 4 minutes here. Still at least a minute and 2 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4.
I think if you're Neenah, what you want to do is you got to play man on man, and I would get tighter to my players. So that means your 2 forwards are going to be on their 2 defense, and then you have your 2 defensive going against their forwards.
Well, Ford gives it a drive.
Penalty coming up on Neenah.
Patrick Kelly off the ice for the extra skater. There's a drive off the pad of Mork. Corralled by the Rockets.
Not tripping. Ethan Long. And those draws, there's so much happening. You're trying to gain position and you jump the gun, maybe you get a little step behind.
Well, it's a 2-0 hockey game right now, but we're going to take a quick break. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Alec Osmus here, joined alongside Rob Adringa. State championship game, boys hockey, University School of Milwaukee with a 2-0 lead, and they're knocking on the door with a power play opportunity to try to go up 3. Puck sails into Mork, and he's there to fall on it. So, Rob, interesting penalty situation right now.
You got, opportunity to go 4-on-3. You're going to put out, your high-end players. That's Mann, that's Newton. You got Repke on the point along with Blake Carey. Newton, this is what I thought. They might switch. That way you can shoot up the pass.
And Newton across ice to Repke. Repke skates to the point. Back to Newton, glove saved by Mork, but those were the opportunities you're looking for, Rob.
Usually when you move players up top like Newton and Repke are doing, that forces the triangle or the penalty killers to move as well. Triangle doing a great job of just staying tight, communicating, and not giving up much space and getting confused. That's a great job of penalty killing by Neenah.
The puck slides along the boards. Neenah tries to clear, but the puck is fanned on, and the Wildcats maintain possession. So there, Diaz, nice pickpocket. Has to go through center ice. Diaz keeps it. Dylan Fox.
School at full strength.
And here come the Wildcats. Shot on net. Dangerous rebound. And Joe Mork. Jake Mork. Incredible glove save. That's one that Ethan Mann wants back.
I believe it was Newton who got
yes.
that. Yeah, Newton got it. But I tell you, that's one of the best saves you'll see in the tournament. There have been a couple already. But point blank for Newton. Again, when you're in tight, what happens is you just don't have the space to try to go upstairs high. All the momentum is, again, you're going forward. That's only the gifted can go that high, that tight.
And how quickly Newton closed in on the net. Incredible save there by Mork.
Penalty again on Neenah.
The puck bounces around, and there it goes. The floodgate finally opened. The Wildcats add on another, and it's Blake Carey.
Been very impressed with the face-offs and the energy that's coming off of these face-offs from U School. Again, they win the draw. They put a big body in Carey as the puck goes from really our right to the left in the middle of the ice. Herzberg puts it there. And again, what you don't have happening is you don't have Nussbaum being able to control that stick of Carey. I don't even know if the puck actually got to the goaltender Mork. And again, know where your surroundings are as the defenseman. You don't have to tie up, but as soon as that puck is shot, you better make sure you got stick on stick. And there's no way that that player can grab it, move it, especially, stick handle in tight like that.
Now Carey with a nice score there. But the penalties continue to pile up for the Rockets.
Assisted by number 11, Tyler Herzberg. Time on the goal, 14-25.
Blake Carey went down in the first period with an injury. It's safe to say he's feeling pretty good right now on the ice.
At 14-25. Also
you see Mike Elkin, I think you feel like, hey, there's been a handful of calls here, and maybe it feels like we've gotten the short end of it, but the deal is now U School goes back on the power play again.
Also 14-25.
Penalty is going to be, I believe, on Marquardt again. But off the draws, that's where U School is getting it. They are anticipating and being aggressive right away.
Well, from one power play opportunity to another, the Wildcats have a fresh 2 minutes. And they have a 3-goal lead. Puck sent out of the zone. Wildcats will reset.
And one of the problems when in high school, you just don't have enough quality players up and down the lineup to have people that play the power play and people that play penalty kill. So what happens, you have your best players do both. You got a guy like Fox who's out there quite a bit, and all he's doing is playing defense.
That puck is cleared. And the Wildcats will regroup inside 2 minutes to go here in period number 2. U School with a 3-goal lead, and if they can get one here, they're sitting pretty heading into that third period.
3-goal lead is good. 4 is even better. As a coach, especially.
Well, that line of Newton, Herzberg, and Mann are back on the ice for the Wildcats. That speed and goal-scoring ability. Herzberg keeps the zone, finds Newton tied up on the sidewall. Back to Herzberg at center ice. Shoots across the zone. There's a shot, and it scores. It goes in. Casey Repke, the future Wisconsin Badger, appears to have made this a 4-goal game.
Getting big body in front.
Well, Blake Carey might have been the one that cleaned that one up.
He did clean it up. And just a big body, and you don't necessarily, back in the old day, you would want players to try to cross-check them out of the way and you'd be all worried about them. And yeah, these days you don't. What you just want to make sure is you can get position so that you can clean that stick up. That's the biggest problem.
Well, the penalties have turned out to be very costly for the Rockets. Back-to-back power play goals by Blake Carey. And the Wildcats now lead 4-0 with 1:13 to go in period number 2. And both those Carey goals right in front. He was on the front porch, cleaned up the rebound nicely.
Scoring the University School goal.
That's a guy we haven't talked a lot about. Again, being on that power play, you have so many skill guys around. One of the keys, though, is you have a big body like that who can not only take away the eyes of the goaltender, but also has some skill in tight like that to make some quick moves and put it behind. Nice addition.
Face-off goes to the Rockets in the neutral zone. Sent in Luke Elkin. Sent back to center ice, and this Wildcats team, they come right back. Reed Woods keeps the puck. Sends back to the point, trying to get a shot off, but blocked. Ethan Long gets chase, and another penalty against the Rockets. Ethan Long headed back to the penalty box. Rob, what'd you think of that one?
You know, it's one of those things where I could see where you could call it. You know, as a Neenah fan, you're not liking it. Well, let's see it. They engage, and you know, to me that's a 50-50 puck. Nobody has it. You know, you're poking, you're grabbing. I probably would let that go. I've seen a lot worse in this tournament that has been let go. I think that's one of the things that Neenah's going to be frustrated. I would imagine Mike Elkin's going to have a word with the officials at the end of this period. And let's face it, you keep score as a coach. You know how many penalties are going on, especially in a row.
Well, the last 2 power plays have turned out to find pay dirt for the Wildcats. And they're back on the power play now with 38 seconds to go in period number 2. Pushed up against the wall. Here comes Ethan Mann. Centers pass, but deflected off a skate. Mann collects the puck. The Wildcats look to put together one more drive to close out the period. Robbie Newton skates it in. Centers, deflects back into the corner. Pucks flying, players flying. Very physical hockey game. Centering pass, Newton over to Mann. Mann comes out empty-handed. Jake Mork.
He's busy.
4 seconds to go here in period number 2.
This is where you got to be careful if you're Neenah. You can't just fly off the handle. I know it feels like the world's stacked against you, but you got to keep your calm and let your coach do the talking. You just go in and focus on what you can do.
Face-off ends up staying in the Rockets zone, the Wildcats zone. The Wildcats will have 1 minute and 16 seconds remaining on a power play to open the 3rd period, but right now they head into the 2nd intermission with a 4-goal advantage. But now a quick break for your message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center. Intermission number 2. We send it down to rinkside to Colin Talbot.
Alec, thanks, Coach. Special teams big there in that 2nd period, a couple of power play goals. You got to be happy with how that unit's been playing.
Yeah, for some reason we've been solid all year in the 2nd period. I think we wear teams down in the 1st, and then they force us to take some penalties. And our special teams, we just got so many high-level players that our special teams have been great all year, and I'm glad they continue today, obviously, right now.
Up 4 going into the final period. What is the message to the group going into the 3rd?
Don't change a thing. Keep playing your style, keep playing the way we are, get pucks deep, be smart defensively, and finish the next 17 shifts.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck in the 3rd. All right.
A big 2nd period for the Wildcats of University School has them on top 4-0. One more period to go in our boys' state championship game here in Madison. To break down that 2nd period, let's send it back over to Alec and Rob.
Thank you very much, Scott. A big 2nd period indeed, Rob. It starts with Tyler Herzberg, getting that wraparound goal. Yeah. And things start to fall into place there for the Wildcats.
Again, they always play downhill, but when you get your top-end guys to play like that, it really makes it easier. Herzberg's going to get the 1st goal of that period. Let's get a little dipsy-do there. Runs out of real estate. And I think Mork overplayed it. But again, give credit to number 11, Herzberg, for doing all the work on that goal. Unassisted, 37th of the year. And that kind of set the tone for the rest of the period. This was the first power play goal by Blake Carey. can stand in front, nobody able to get a stick. And when you got a big body like that who also has the skill, the ability to move his hands left and right and put pucks to the net, yeah, that's his 29th goal. And then this one, again, he's just standing there alone. Shot's going to come by Repke. 25. We haven't really talked about him in the open just because, again, you have so many others around him, and yet 2 goals on the game, 2 power play goals. Suddenly it's 4-0.
Well, here's how things played out otherwise after 2 periods of play. Shots on goal this game, for the most part, offensively, Rob, dominated by the Wildcats.
And again, I know the penalties are a factor for Neenah, and they're going to look at that and maybe say, oh, but if we had this back or that back. But the problem is that U School possesses pretty much the dominant part of the game. They possess the puck, and when you possess the puck, it means people are chasing it and doing that. It'll be interesting to see how Neenah plays this next 5 minutes. They still have a chance. Granted, it's a tough environment, down 4-0, but you still have a chance if you get 1 or 2 early.
Well, Jake Mork, goaltender for the Rockets. He was busy in that second period. He has 26 saves total in the game, 18 of them coming in period number 2.
Still power play for U School.
And there's Mork again on cue. There's save number 27. As Rob just alluded to, 47 seconds remain on the power play for the Wildcats as we open period number 3.
I don't think you're going to see a defensive style by U School. I think they're going to continue to roll their lines and keep playing an aggressive style. That's what's got them here.
Well, Newton across the zone. And sent in by Herzberg. Right to the chest of Mork.
Not only is a great skill on this power play and U School team, they understand each other. We're not having to do a whole lot of communicating. Great pass by Newton to Herzberg on the backside, and that was just a given. He was going to throw it there.
And Newton takes the puck, plays it off the side wall. Over to Blake Carey. Herzberg. Up to man, nobody's home. Looking for Repke at the top of the key. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Here come the Wildcats, pushing it into the zone. It's sent back out by the Rockets. Herzberg corrals behind the net. The Wildcats don't have a ton of time to put together a power play drive, but here comes Herzberg. Loses the puck, but sends it over. There's a shot on net by Cook, and it's gloved by Mork. Another look at that last opportunity here. Herzberg over to Cook.
That's what you do, is you kind of drive, even though he lost the puck, you drive the middle, and if you all of a sudden people come to you, throw it out to the side.
Puck sent in, staying in the Rocket zone. Diaz gives chase, takes up the side wall, dumps it in. At the point, Ethan Long with a point-blank shot from the left. That's the side of the net. Up the side wall, here come the Wildcats, center ice. McGough. And it's Mork again. Mork was busy in period number 2 and doesn't get much time to take a breather here in period number 3.
Well, Mogush there in tight. That big body is number 19 for U School. 6'2", 165, so not big on weight, but big on height. Again, good-looking player. Again, he doesn't get enough fan. I really like Mogush. Again, solid centerman.
Centering pass. Nice and waved off. Repke takes the puck for the Wildcats, and he's quickly back the other way. Repke. McBally comes up empty-handed. McBally again. Slides it over to Woods. Woods pinned up against the glass. It's back in neutral ice.
Penalty coming up.
And here's another look at the scoring attempt. McBally tries to backhanded.
I think if Repke keeps that, he had his Mork going sliding. If he would have faked it, kept it, he would have empty netter. Thundercloud's going to get an elbowing call.
Well, the 2019 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance Company. Premiums paid here, stay here to keep Wisconsin strong. A proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award for over 50 years. And a power play opportunity here for the Rockets. They are in a scoring drought. Have yet to light the lamp here.
If you have any chance of winning this game, you have to make good here. It's tough to score goals against a team that possesses the puck quite a bit.
Plays it off the wall. Cheney dumps it in. And we have a stoppage of play.
Well, not much is happening for Neenah on the good side. You get a power play, and yet they have not been able to control that puck, come into the zone with a clean entry. And when you don't come in on a clean entry, you have to dump it in. Yes, you lose possession of the puck, and then you got to go get it again and retrieve it. Tough when you have a team that is so fast back in the blue line and so mobile. That dump of the puck is basically just basically giving away and say, okay, we'll go back to our end and we'll start over again. They'll ice it.
And the speed of this Wildcats team has been a force to reckon with here today. They have a 4-goal lead.
What it's a good reminder is for all young players watching this game is learn how to skate. I know you need a stick handle.
Oh! And Ethan Long puts on the nice move. Goes top shelf, and the Neenah Co-op Rockets are showing a little sign of life halfway through the third period.
That's just a great play by Ethan Long. Again, a little dipsy-do. You had Como standing still, and that's not a good sign when you're a defense. You need to keep your feet. That's gap control. He guessed wrong on that. Short side, right up over the right shoulder of Kelly.
His 20th goal of the season, third of the tournament, absolutely. A much-needed power play goal for the Rockets, and it's now a 4-1 hockey game.
Like I said, you needed something to spark it. If you get a nice quick one now, it's a 4-2 game, and
anything can happen in a 2-goal game.
Yeah.
Well, here come the Wildcats. Newton.
See what kind of response your school has after the good teams respond well.
Newton man. And Herzberg. Cross through center ice. No icing. That time, Els. Trying to get something going for the Rockets. Long back in front. Els whips it on net. Comes up empty-handed. Oh, nice pickpocket there, but offsides.
I've seen a couple plays now. Again, Neenah's running that fine line of being aggressive and yet stupid. Seen a couple of extra hooks and slashes here and there, and again, I know it gets frustrating when you feel like you're being called penalty after penalty, but there's a fine line, and they're running on it right now.
We are almost at 12-minute mark remaining in this game. Puck dumped inside the Rocket zone. Elkin. Up to Diaz. Cross ice, icing waved off.
Now Como moved the wrong way. Instead of going to his right, he turned to his left. That negated the icing.
Well, here comes Diaz. Gets inside the zone. He has Long trailing. Puck deflects though. Away from a scoring chance. Dangerous centering pass. TJ Fenton whips it on net. Stopped by Mork. Got ourselves a 4-1 hockey game. 11.5 to go, but now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. We're back inside the Alliant Energy Center here in Madison. Period number 3, Boys State Hockey Championship. University School of Milwaukee holding on to a 4-1 lead, 11.5 to go. Ethan Long put the Rockets on the board with a power play goal. Puck played off the side wall in the corner. Ethan Ford gives chase, sent back around the boards. Kept inside the zone by the Wildcats. Carey gives it a drive. Ford trying to get up the ice to Alex Freund. Stoppage of play for icing.
Still a lot of time left, 10:48 in this game. I think if you're U School, they look a little tentative, playing with that 3-goal lead now. I like to see them be a little bit more aggressive and try to dictate that play, and a lot of it starts again with their defensemen jumping up into the play, especially that neutral zone.
Elkin back behind to Cheney. Marquardt pinned up along the wall, and the puck finds the hands of the Wildcats again. Deflects straight up, stays inside the rink.
That did go straight up. That's rare. Never really see that, like a jump ball in basketball, way up there.
Well, the puck will stay in the Rocket zone. 10:27 to go in this hockey game. University School of Milwaukee looking for their first state championship since 2010.
This is when you want to see number 9, if you're Neenah, get on fire and have an opportunity. Just one right off the draw right there. Get number 9 going.
Well, here comes Mann. Drops it back for Herzberg.
Penalty up. That's an easy one to call. 9's getting frustrated.
Dylan Fox heads off to the penalty box.
Yeah, he didn't like the call, but that's one I think no problem with. Boarding is going to be it. And he was good about a foot away, and he did hit him with that. Oh, it's going to be a 5-minute major.
The Neenah penalty to number 9, Dylan Fox.
Well, if there was any momentum.
Time of the penalty,
5-minute night. You see Coach Elkin trying to. But I will say there's no doubt frustration in number 9, and that's one of the problems is when you get frustrated from other calls. As a player, you got to learn to live with that. You got to find a way to overcome mentally and play the game. You can't factor that in. And number 9, physical player, he can play, a high-end game. He can play a physical game.
Well, Dylan Fox will be sitting in the penalty box for the next 5 minutes. So any momentum that the Rockets may have had going in their favor could quickly be erased if the Wildcats can capitalize and
score as many
score.
times as you want.
And the next goal would be their 3rd power play goal of the game. The other 2 coming from Blake Carey in that 2nd period that really blew this game wide open. And a scrum in the neutral zone, dropped in by Diaz. Spit back out. And the Wildcats elect to go with Newton, Mann, and Herzberg, and why not your top scoring line. Repke unable to keep his balance, hits the ice, the puck is sent down. 4:20 remaining on this 5-minute major. Here comes Newton. Loses the puck. Sent back down.
Nice job by Engel there. Again, playing Newton coming in, but also then finding that puck.
Herzberg fakes a shot. Can't quite get enough on it on the 2nd attempt. And another clearing for the Rockets.
That's so far a very, very good kill by Neenah. They're going to have to kill for another 4 minutes. But a good start to this 5-minute major penalty kill. Really not giving them any much. So the zone entry is good, but after that, nothing.
Well, back up top to Ford. Sends it across. Those thunderclouds sending it right back in. Cook. Tangled up, thundercloud there and knock it down. Can they keep it in the zone? They do. McGush. It's sent back down. So Rob, to your point, Neenah continuing to hold strong here in this 5-minute major defensively.
Kind of simple. They're winning the those 50-50 battles. Just sliding it down the end of the ice.
Centering pass, deflected, and dumped back in. Just under 3 minutes left here on this 5-minute major. This first 2 minutes been a piece of cake for the Rockets. And here come the Wildcats, pushed inside the zone, but picked off and cleared again. Luke Elkin, that time does the honors. Newton. Got an Ethan Mann wide open on the opposing side. Mann centers back to Newton. Newton trying to stab at it. Sails wide, finds Mann again. Mann back to Newton. Newton up top to Herzberg. Herzberg decides which direction he wants to go. Tries to take a shot, deflects up, and the Rockets will clear once again.
I don't know if it's just complacent that they're up by 3, but it's just very, very simplistic. And not a lot of real good, sharp puck movement on this power play for U School.
Man, back to Newton. Newton kicks it up to Herzberg. Herzberg.
I know you don't need another goal, but sure would be nice, you know.
Yep, Newton with a shot! And right on cue. Robbie Newton, top shelf, and he scores on this 5-minute major. And that'll give the Wildcats another comfortable lead.
A little bit better. Also, not only puck movement, but body movement. You see the defenseman bringing everyone over as he went from that side. That was Repke going from our left to his right, or our left to our right. That leaves Newton all wide open with a lot of space. Even though bodies are in front of him, number 13 can shoot that puck.
Yes, he can. Robbie Newton getting all of that one. 28th goal of the season, and the Wildcats now lead 5-1. And that power play does not end, Rob. There's still 1:45 to go on this 5-minute major. Well, Rob, if there was any wind left in the sail of the Rockets,
that might have knocked it out.
University School goal.
They still got a player, still 6:30 left in this game, and never want to give up.
Assisted by number 21,
but boy, it sure makes it tough with still power play. And this is the coach. This is where, again, you got to find a way to motivate. Because again, just get one goal. That's all you need. Get number 2. Get number 2. Then start from there.
Sent down the Wildcats. Still with 1 minute and 5 seconds to try to put together their 4th power play tally of the game. Centering pass. Puck bounces around, and they do. This time, Sterling Cook at the right place at the right time. And the floodgates are wide open right now for this Wildcats team.
Yeah, Thundercloud bringing that puck in the zone. Again, as everyone starts to come to him by the goal line, what usually is open is kind of that slot here, and he just throws it back to the slot. Sterling Cook is going to be on that back side. Again, that's an easy goal. You might even be able to score that one.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Rob. Sterling Cook, number 18 of the season at the 10:59 mark, and there's still over 50 seconds remaining in this 5-minute major. It's a 6-1 hockey game now.
Tell you, that power play looked pretty dull for a while, and all of a sudden you get 2 quick goals in about 2.5 minutes. 4-1 game turns into 6-1 pretty quick then.
The 4th power play tally, that one skips out. Well, the 2019 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Protect your smile and keep it healthy with Delta Dental, the state's #1 dental plan. Rob, do you ever lose a tooth in your hockey days?
I never did. We always had masks, but still you can lose a tooth, no doubt. But I saw my brother lose 2, his front 2 top ones. And well, he played because he didn't play without a mask for a while.
Well, the Wildcats, they're all smiles right now, leading 6-1. 5:40 to go in this hockey game. 35 seconds remaining on that 5-minute major in which the Wildcats have cashed in 2 different times on. Looking for a 3rd. Repke speeds on in, wraps around, throws it off Mork. Falls behind and the net becomes dislodged, and that's a stoppage of play.
Yeah, Repke again. Smooth skating defenseman. I think he would have gone to the front of the net if that stick wasn't on the ice, and he almost lost an edge because of that. But that's what 21 for U School does well, is and he can bring that. He doesn't do a lot, at least so down in this tournament he hasn't gone end to end. That time he did have a lane and take it when you can. But he's going to be, it's going to be fun to watch him develop and see what he can do offensively when he gets to the next levels.
Well, Repke, just a junior for this Wildcats team, but a verbal commit to the University of Wisconsin. Here come the Rockets. Diaz. His shot wraps around the backboards. The 5-minute measure has come to an end, but the damage was done. Under 5 minutes to go. 4:51 remaining in this hockey game, and it's 6-1 Wildcats. But now a message from your statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center. Alec Osmus here, joined by former Badger Rob Adringa. Rob, here we go. Under 5 minutes left.
Power play for
6-1.
Neenah. Yep. Get a second goal. That's again 5 minutes left, and as a coach, it's tough, right? You got an uphill battle. Again, just tell your players, listen, all we need is one. Let's get number 2 on the board and then see from there. If I was him, and I'm talking about Coach Elkin, I probably would pull the goalie right now. If you're down by 5, why not, right?
What do you have to lose at this point?
I would look to pull him and bring 6 skaters and go after it. Now, granted, you can ice the puck when you're on a penalty kill, so that's always one of the things when it's 5-on-5 when you pull the goalie, no icing, but here you can.
Well, the Rockets just roughly 25% on the power play this season. The Wildcats control it inside the zone. They send it down. Jake Mork still in net for the Rockets. And Neenah trying to work the puck around the boards and sort things out. And it's dumped in.
One of the nice things U School again does is they're aggressive. You saw Newton all the way down behind the goal line. What that does is it forces the defenseman to make a quick decision. He tried to reverse it, didn't work. Then they ran around the boards, and really they wasted about probably 20 seconds just from having one guy forecheck. And as soon as Newton was out, then Blake came in, and Carey did a nice job again just being the next guy in.
Puck sent in. Another stoppage of play.
Icing. You tell a little frustration in the team in the red right now, and this is tough. I've been on these ends of it as a player to coach, and you want to continue to play hard and smart. You want to maybe get some positive momentum for whatever reason. Maybe it's for, hey fellas, let's go end up this game on a high note. You're not going to win the championship, but maybe score 2 goals, feel a little bit better about yourself.
Owen Engel gets tripped up, falls to the ice. Puck picked up by Ethan Long, sends it back around the boards, and the Rockets, not much of any resemblance of an offensive attack at the moment. There's a pickpocketed at the blue line. Long sends it over, and there is a goal. Eric Alberts able to capitalize on the power play, and with just over 3.5 to go, we have a 6-2 hockey game.
Yeah, give Ethan Long credit. He's able to go from forehand to backhand around Repke. And no back support. That was man trying to get in front of Alberts. And that's just a good play right there. Good power play goal. Like I say, find little battles, little victories you can have in the end of this game. Now let's get number 3. Let's get number 3, fellas. We have 3:36 left. Let's get number 3.
Well, now with that score, the last 6 goals of this hockey game have all come on the power play. So plenty of power play success here. 3.5 to go. It's a 6-2 hockey game. So Rob, to your point earlier, now that it's a 6-2 game, do you still think about pulling Jake Mork?
Right now I would. We're going to have a power play for Neenah. I would definitely go with the idea of pulling the goalie and having 6. And 6-3. Maybe score a quick goal here in the next 30 seconds.
Frank Fee now in net for the Wildcats. Frank Fee, a senior. Maybe just an opportunity here for the senior to get some state championship time. Now, Frank Fee did play a fair amount this season. I'm not saying that. But with 3.5 to go, Patrick Kelly only gave up 2 tallies.
Yeah, well, he wants to get everyone in the game, and you're up 4 goals. I think it's a classy move. You want to have, you say, hey, I played in that game. I wasn't just on the team, I played in that game.
2-minute minor for interference.
Well, we have a 2-minute minor for interference here. And
that was right off the center faceoff after the goal.
Now the Rockets needing all the scoring they can get in the final 3 minutes of this hockey game. Sent over to Elkin. Elkin back around to Cheney. Cheney up the side wall to Sutton. Sutton trying to find a Dylan Fox, who for the most part has been pretty quiet this game.
Yeah, he's tired. That number 9's played a lot of minutes. He's so good offensively, but he had to waste so much energy killing penalties, and that's going to be one of probably the arguments and things that stick out to the Neenah fans is playing on, being penalty kills and playing defensive. But number 9, I mean, that's what you have to do as you go to the next levels is you got to be ready to play in any situation. Right now, number 9's tired.
Face-off kept inside the Rocket zone, and another penalty to be called.
Yeah, hooking. Ethan Long.
Ethan Long back inside the penalty box. He has spent at least 5 minutes in that box today. And to add 2 more to that.
Yep. The game the game evolves and it takes a life of its own, and you hope that it's a fluid game with a lot of chances, and sometimes what happens is a team might have one skill set that the other team doesn't. In this case, speed is one of them. So you start to see penalties happen, and then all of a sudden there's a whole different game.
Well, 4-on-4 hockey for the next 1 minute and 5 seconds. 2.5 to go here in the championship game for boys hockey. 6-2 the score. University School of Milwaukee sitting comfortable with that 4-goal lead. Centering pass across the zone. Thundercloud rips a shot on net. Excuse me, Repke took that one.
Now they're going to get them both. Repke's going to go. Well, Kundinger, he's going to go as well. Or Kundinger, excuse me.
Another look at the last one. What's the call here, Rob?
Well, there was Kundinger, 2-minute minor for cross-checking.
Kundinger's going to get it for cross-checking, and Repke, I think, for rough. Yeah, Repke's going to get it for rough.
2:14 remaining in this hockey game. As we sort things out.
When you think of this game, a lot of this is going to revolve around penalties, but shots are 40-15. That usually tells, the possession game, the chances. Penalties matter.
University School penalty. Penalty to number 21, Casey
More. 4 saves so far in the game. Wildcats knocking on the door again. Work the puck around.
Penalties 14-46.
Reed Woods was behind the net, but now signs back on the defensive end. Over to Woods. Woods dump and chase. Kind of tries to play it off the boards. Owen Engel. Up the ice to Miles Teskey. Teskey then quickly to Eric Davidson.
University School at full strength. University School at full strength.
The Rockets back to full strength. They'll have that for 34 more seconds.
Hand pass. Puck will come outside of the offensive zone for University School. Not much time left, minute 22. You're going to see some players that haven't had a lot of playing time now. And rightfully so. To say that you were in a tournament is different than, say, I played in the championship game or I played in the tournament. There's a big deal, and glad to see players getting the ice time.
Not even just for the winning team, as you mentioned, just to say you played here on Championship Saturday, the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Tommy Hayden now in the game. Sophomore for the Wildcats. Sends it across the ice. There's a shot by Michael Vogel. Also a sophomore.
1 minute remaining in the
1 minute to go in the final game here today. Final game of the WIAA high school hockey season of 2019.
Yeah, you figure out they start in middle of November, and it's granted it's not a long season like the NHL or a college season that starts in October and goes till April, but again, it's a lot of quality minutes at the rink. Student athletes, this is one thing I loved about sports, is that it allows you to kind of manage your time and get you in a setting where you have to be responsible. Learn how to study when you're tired, right? Come home from a long game. Hey, you got to study, be ready for school.
Well, for these Wildcats, when they head back to school on Monday, they might have a little extra pep in their step. Tate Corbin sends it up the sidewall. 22 seconds to go. Kept inside the zone for the Rockets. It's Portel again. We'll have one more stoppage. I don't know if it's the final stoppage, but a stoppage with 13 seconds remaining.
Hey, being on both sides of those benches, again, it's a memory that you'll have forever. And we lost in overtime my freshman year, and man, that just burned me to no end. Still burns me. And one of my best friends that I played college with, he was on the other winning team, and we kind of laugh now, but boy, this is a memory you'll make forever.
Absolutely. 7 seconds remaining. The countdown from the student section. And the winning streak for the University School of Milwaukee has reached 11 games as the Wildcats win their first state championship since 2010, and it's their third in program history. (6-2) the final score. No overtime needed in this one. 6-2 the final score. These school Wildcats. An impressive season, a 14-game winning streak for the Neenah Co-op Rockets now comes to an end. A great season for them, their first trip ever to the state tournament, and they're going to leave runners-up. Still not a bad way to end your season.
I tell you, I watched this Neenah team, and being down here, you don't get to hear much about teams up north, and watching Neenah play that Thursday night, I was totally impressed with how they went about their game plan. They stuck to it. Again, good coaching on their side, and yes, you're frustrated, you're tired, you're down, you lost. But at the end of the day, again, they're going to look back at one of these seasons, this season, and again, it's going to bring so many good memories.
Well, an incredible game here. 6-2 the final score. We will take a quick break. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center. Alec Osmus here, joined by Rob Adringa. Rob, what a game. Not a huge surprise, though. This Wildcats team, they come in as the #1 seed, and they're leaving as the last team standing.
They were clearly the better team, and nothing to take away from Neenah and their run, but what you want to see is a good game, and unfortunately the penalties kind of got in the way, and it just took away from what really happened here, which was a dominant performance by a team with great skill up front as well as in the back end. That's why they won.
Well, there's some trophies to be handed out. Let's send it down to PA announcer Tom Bennett.
Making the presentation will be Bill Yingst, Member Board of Education, Durand, Arkansas School District, and Eric Coleman, President of the WIAA Board of Control and Academic Program Chair, Milwaukee Public Schools. Assisted by Tom Shafransky, WIAA Assistant Director. Will the players of Neenah please proceed to center ice as your name is called to receive your individual medals. Carter Kundinger. Aaron Nussbaum. Ethan Long. Dylan Fox. Cody Diaz. Luke Elkin. Owen Engel. Eric Alberts. Jordan Diaz. Blade Cheney. Tate Cortell. Mason Marquardt. Griffin Condon. Drew Sutton. Eric Davidson. Jack Hornick. Jake Mork. Alex Freund. Miles Teskey. And Drew Schultz. Will coaches Mike Elkin and Jeff Lindeman please proceed to center ice to receive your trophy.
Congratulations, great game.
Congratulations, boys. And now for your state champions. Number 2, Tommy Hayden. Number 6, Ryan Kennedy. Number 7, Michael Vogel. Charlie Keogh. Peter Els. Ethan Ford. Tyler Hersberg. Ethan Mann. Robbie Newton. Sterling Cook. Noah Egbale. Reed Woods. TJ Fenton. Carson Mogush. Kyler Ringhold. Casey Repke. Jacob Como. Blake Carey. Alvin Pokel. Alex Thundercloud. Frank Fee. And Patrick Kelly. Will Coach Jason Woods please proceed to center ice to receive your championship trophy?
Congratulations, state champion. That's what all these players were told for the University School Milwaukee Wildcats as they hoist their first place trophy and celebrate on the ice. A 6-2 the final score. The Wildcats win their third state title in program history in their 13th trip to state. Rob, offensively, 6 goals today for the Wildcats. Did anything in particular stand out to you about this team, what they put up today offensively?
You know, I thought there was going to be some goals scored, and I thought they were going to have the better of the chances. And what really stuck out was, again, their ability to work together. They have individual talent, but that individual talent within the team, framework was outstanding, and not only this game, but every game this tournament.
Absolutely, 6-2 the final score, but now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back inside the Alliant Energy Center. Game 2 just wrapping up, 6-2 the final score. University School of Milwaukee coming away with the boys title here today. 6 power play goals scored in this game, Robin. Not all of them went to the Wildcats, but plenty of power play opportunities that kind of summed this game up.
Well, that kind of took it. When they got those 2 power play goals in that second period, that would kind of change the momentum of this game. But clearly, U School was the best team in this tournament. That's why they're taking home the gold trophy.
Well, absolutely. Great weekend for hockey. I had it written down here. The Xavier Co-op Fox City Stars, they take home the girls' title. University School of Milwaukee Wildcats, they win the boys' title. And that should just about do it here, Rob. Alec Osmus here with Rob and Drinka. Thank you for watching WIAA State Hockey. See you next year.